Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Chum. I'm a content creator based in Ontario, Canada. Guys, you're all welcome. If this is your first time, smash the like button, please subscribe. You can also turn on the bell notification to get notified whenever my video drops. And please don't forget to give my video a thumbs up. That way YouTube can recommend my videos to other people. And if you're watching me on Facebook, please do it. Follow my page, okay? So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about things that I've learned, things that I've unlearned, relearned, my lessons being in Canada for, I've been in Canada for almost 6 years now. And yeah, I'm going to be sharing some things that I've learned, some of the lessons that I've learned in Canada. I'm also going to be sharing some tips on newcomers that want to come to Canada, aspiring to come into Canada, and things that you should also be aware of, and those newcomers also in Canada. Okay, stick around to my video and let's get right into it. Okay, so I moved into Canada, like I told you guys. I and my family moved to Canada 6 years plus now, 5 years plus now, going to 6 years. And one of the things I learned is not to be too trusting of people, especially things that has to do with and everything, like your personal life and your work life, and basically just draw the lines. Learn to draw the line. I'm going to explain further. And something happened to me that was 2 years after I arrived Canada. I applied for this job position that, to me, I feel like I didn't even merit the job, and I got this job. I was super excited. I was like, this job, that's a level to which I want to get in life, and this job is like a ladder for me. Get what I mean? So fortunately, should I say fortunately or unfortunately, I also saw someone that I rapport with, like my fellow Nigerian lady that I rapport with, and was like, she got the same job, the same department as me. I was so happy. At least I already know someone that I can actually share, work, gist with, that kind of thing, vibe with. And it's actually a work from home job, it's a remote job, and that is the excellent part. As a mom, I really appreciate work from home job because, yeah, I'm a family woman. So yeah, the stress-free kind of job is so stress-free, right? So it's so comfortable, like you don't need to always running around. So I was so excited, like this is a plus for me. So at the course of our conversation, I asked her how much is your earnings, which I am not supposed to ask, because you do not ask such thing except the person voluntarily want to tell you, but you don't ask such thing. Like I've been in Canada and I know that most work you do not ask your colleague, or even except maybe probably that person do not work in that particular firm. I don't know, but part of the terms and condition of most job in Canada is do not disclose your earnings to someone else, even to your colleagues, to your friends, anybody. You keep it to yourself, right? So I asked her and she told me, oh, I'm being paid so amount of money. I was like, I had to go back to my email, and mine was a bit higher, like $5 higher than hers. And I told her, she now asked me how much was I paid. I told her, oh, this is my pay. And she was like, how come? Please, I should screenshot and send to her. So I wanted to screenshot it. I had to tipest, like all this phone tipest. I tipest my name out, like I don't want anywhere my name is showing. I sent to her, and she was like, what? She was so surprised. I was like, maybe I have more experience in other fields. Based on my resume, I structured my resume well, and maybe that was why I had advantage over you, something like that. Most sometimes they pay depending on your experience, right? So she now reported to HR department and told them that I know someone who is in the same position as me, who is they are paying so amount of money, and me, in fact, I have proof. She sent the proof to the HR. HR was like, please, can I know who this person is or was? And she said, oh, the person is so person. You called my name. And HR was okay, I'll get back to you. But the reason why we're paying this person, probably because this person had more experience than you. That's why we consider some other criteria in regards to pay and all that. So they explained further to her, but she didn't tell me this part too. She didn't tell me she told them all these things. She didn't tell me. So it was the HR that reached out to me and said, please, we want to have a, not even we want to have a meeting, a group Zoom meeting with you. When will you be free? Please tell us your daytime and all that. So I put down my daytime, I'll be free. So I didn't even overthink it because I think, oh, maybe it has to do with or work and all that. So I didn't even overthink it and all that. So on that day of interview, or not interview, on that day of the meeting, we sat down and said that, I breached the company's agreement. I was like, what? He said part of the agreement that I signed was to never to disclose your salary to anyone, so don't disclose the salary, explain to colleagues and all that. But I breached the agreement by disclosing my salary to someone. I was flabbergasted. I will not even lie, I freezed. So when I explained further that they have the right to even terminate my job as in regards to this breach of contract. And Oyibo people, the thing is, they don't beg them. If they want to decide on something, it's not your beg that will save you. If they want to save you, they'll just save you because they want to save you. They're not saving you because you pleaded. Because when you plead itself, gets them angry. So I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. He said, no, there's no need to be sorry. That though we are giving you a second chance, we had a meeting because they were up to 3. We had a meeting. We want to reconsider want to reconsider you kind of. So please don't make the same mistake anymore. And they also warned me. But even with the old warning, I noticed some things because I lost the job after a month loss because they started picking on me. This is that they already red flag you. You get what I mean? Do you have this? Do you have the things that they were asking me if I had? Were all the things they were asking some people, other of my colleagues if they had, but they were asking me if I had this, if I had that, if I had it, I had that. So as a result of that, so one or two, just long story short, I lost the job, right? I lost the job after some weeks. So what am I trying to say? Please don't learn to draw the line in regards to what you tell your colleague. Yeah, this is my fellow Nigerian. I will tell anything I want to tell. Learn to draw the line, okay? So another lesson I learned is not to overwork yourself in Canada. A lot of people come to Canada, they want to work, do 13 hours, do 24 hours a day. They'll just come sleep for 2 hours. See, health is wealth. Health is what? Use your HQ. Don't work and overwork yourself. I've heard stories of people that work and they are at the workplace, they'll just faint, and from faint they'll just die. And this person don't have any history of any illness. You see that no time for rest. No, especially for those that have family, those that have children. You need to make out time for your children. That is why I cannot do any work here that has to do with weekend. Any work that will be 9 to 4, Monday to Friday is what I signed up for, because I'm not in for weekend. I'm not into extra work. I have kids to take care of. I have children to coordinate. Even in this country where if you don't take care of your children, the government will take care of them for you. So you have to really brace up, right? So people here, like my country people, Nigeria, they like to overwork because they have projects back home in Nigeria. They want to work 24 hours a day, 18 hours a day. Give yourself time to rest. Rest shouldn't be underestimated. Rest, sleep. Please don't underestimate sleep. Don't even try that. Sleep is very, very, very important for your mental and physical health. So please don't overwork yourself because you are in Canada, you want to meet up, you want to show off, you want to show that you have arrived, that you can achieve a lot, that you have achieved what a lot of people could not achieve in years, and you want to prove a point. There's no point proving a point. And the bad thing about Canada is the more you work, the more tax you pay at the end of the year. So it's like literally you're working for the government, right? So I've really learned that also because I worked, I work. Me that is talking. I'm advising you today because I know I worked. 12 hours, 13 hours, 14 hours, 15 hours. You work and work, and where is the money? You will start looking for the money you will not even see. You will not even see this money. At the end of the year, they will blast you one tax like this. You now start owing government, paying back to government the money that you have eaten already. You start paying back $10,000, $8,000, $12,000 to government just because you overworked. Isn't that crazy? So it's like you're working for the government. So rather than working for the government, please work for your family. commune with your family. If you have kids, if you don't have kids, stay home, watch movie, relax. For your mental health is very important. And another thing is coming to abroad and forgetting about God. And this is one thing I never did. It's not a lesson to learn because I never did that at all. God is first before every other thing, because the Bible said it is him that gives us the ability to make wealth. Okay, so God is one that gives us the strength, the ability to acquire wealth. So if it's him that give me this acquire, why not give him that thing, that time that duly deserve, that he duly deserve, right? So anything Sunday work is latched for me. I know I used to work Sunday, but it's usually Sunday evening then, not now. I used to work Sunday, but it's usually Sunday evening. But anything Sunday morning that deprive me of Sunday services, it's a no for me, right? It's just a capital no for me. I'm sorry, I cannot work on Sunday. Even if you're paying me $40 per hour, I cannot sacrifice my Sunday. I cannot sacrifice my time for God for work. Okay, so and these are some of the mistakes people make. They're like, you walk and walk and walk. God is in church, is in the heart. I will church my church in my workplace, in my house, in this, that. You're deceiving yourself. Okay, Bible said, do not forsake the gathering of the brethren. You can't say, church is in the heart, I did this, I did that. Don't even do that. Give your time for God. Give God what belongs to God. Give Caesar what belongs to Caesar. Okay? With time for God, give it to God. Time for work. You have Monday to Saturday to work. Give that time for God, which is on Sunday. Okay? And to even in between time, try to commune with a Christian. Build your Christian life. Pray. Seek the face of God. Read your Bible. Don't be enclouded with so much work that you don't read your Bible, you don't pray, you don't do any of these things, because there is no time for these things. Your time is money, is your own. Your own time is money. Time is money. If you think of time, you think of money. You don't think of time and think of God. You only give God time when you've done exhausted everything you need to exhaust, and you have just 5 minutes free time. Let me give it to God, and God will now be your plan Z. God will come last. So God will never come last in our lives, in Jesus' name. Amen. So another thing is school in Canada. If you're coming to Canada and you're intending to come study, or you're applying as a student in Canada, please brace up. Canada school is not for the weak. It's not for the faint-hearted. Like, if you're coming to Canada to school, try to gain all the energy, because you will need it. Canada school will drain you. Canada school will suck your blood. They will suck the remaining part of the blood in your body. I am not joking. Everybody in Canada, I've never seen all the students, both international students and those who are permanent residents or citizens are schooling in Canada. Those who are mommies also, like me, I'm also a student in Canada. I'm studying HR. School will humble you. If you don't have depression, anxiety, going to school in Canada will make you have depression, anxiety. What's me anyway? Ask people, ask around. School in Canada, don't come to Canada with the mentality of weekend or always party, and Monday to Friday I will go to school. You will always stick to book, exam, quiz, assignment. Canada school will humble you. Ask people around. It is time consuming. Okay, so yeah, stick to your book. Read, add, and pass. Okay, also the cost of living in Canada. The cost of living in Canada is, when it comes to housing in Canada is really high compared to when we moved to Canada in 2018. And when we house hunting in Canada, we could see 2-bedroom then from 1,000 to 1,250, 137. Like, it's very rare. Probably 1,3. 3-bedroom is see for 1,5, 1,550, 1,6. Not anymore, guys. Right now in 2023, you can see 3-bedroom for 2003, 2004. Now you see 2-bedroom for 1,008, 2017. I'm talking about Ontario. I don't know about other provinces, right? I am in Ontario and I'm speaking for Ontarians. Please, if I'm wrong, please on the comment section quote me, right? So, but housing here is because lately I was trying to house hunt for someone who wants to move to Canada, and I was like, Jesus, this is ridiculous. It is too much. It is too much. Housing right now is crazy, like crazy. So if you're coming to Canada, please gather all the money you need to gather, because housing here we pay monthly is different from the way we do it in our country, Nigeria. I'm from Nigeria, so I will always do Nigeria as my case study, right? So I am from Nigeria, and Nigeria housing you pay yearly or 6 months, and Quote me wrong, is it 6 months or 1 year? Some 6 months or 1 year, right? So, and that 1 year, that money for 1 year rent, it's money for 1 month rent here in Canada. So if you are coming to Canada, be rest assured that you're not coming to get job almost immediately when you arrive. It will take a little time, probably if you're lucky, 2 months, 1 month. Just, it all depends on grace, right? But have your house rent handy. If not, Airbnb and hotel will finish your money. Have your house rent handy, probably house rent for 2 months before you can actually get a job. I will assist you, they'll help you out, okay? So make sure you have a lot of money for house rent. It's very important because housing here, it's very, 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 very important. So another thing is shared bill. In Canada, we share bills in Canada. If you are Canadian in Canada as a couple, because this has really caused a lot of misunderstanding between couples that will move to Canada and say, you're the head of the house. In Nigeria, you pay all the bills, you do everything. Why must I support you here in Canada and all that? What are you using your money for? If I ask you, what are you using your money for? To live your best life, right? So in Canada here, you share bills. Try to help your man. Don't your man try to help your woman. Don't say, oh, because my husband is an Odogu in Nigeria, it pays all the bills. You want to be an Odogu here. You be an Odogu here, you humble yourself. Like, you will work and you will lose yourself. So please try to help your spouse here to lessen the bills. Okay, I'll handle the housing, you handle feeding, I'll handle the internet bills, house bill, internet bill, car insurance, you handle this, handle that, handle this. Division of labor is very important as spouse. Back home in my country, I do not work. My husband does everything and more. The only thing I bring to the table is food. Give me the money, I will cook, I'll bring to the table. I'll bring food to the table, I'll bring prayer to the table. Okay, I bring food, I bring prayer to the table. What else do I also bring to the table in Nigeria? I bring your child, because then I had one child. I bring your child to the table then in Nigeria, right? But now I have children, I have 4 kids now. So I bring a lot of things to the table. Emotionally, I bring emotional support. When you come back from work, also I gist with you, I massage your back, and that's what I bring to the table. But in Canada here, you don't bring such thing to the table. You bring money, you pay bills, you settle things. That is how to help your man, right? So if you want your man to live long, please, shared bill should not be a misunderstanding between your spouse. You guys should learn to talk it out by sharing bills. I'm going to handle this, you handle that, and all that, and everybody will be okay, right? So another thing is the weather. Weather in Canada is pretty harsh. If you're coming to Canada, breeze up. If you are not, if you don't want to come to a cold provinces, you can also go to British Columbia. I heard British Columbia is very warm. That place is very warm. So you can actually go to British Columbia where it's warm, but cost of living there, part of British Columbia, cost of living, some of the cities, some of them are high and all that. So, but according to what I heard, they said they have good weather there. It doesn't get as cold as it gets in Manitoba, Saskatchewan, Ontario, and the likes of it. Okay, so weather is very important. Brace up. Just be rest assured that you're digging it deep when it comes to snow. And you're going to fall down, okay? You must fall, because I fell many nights during the snow time. But if you don't want to fall, there is this grip that you buy, put under your shoes, that will always grip the snow when it's slippery and all that. So me, I fell many times before I'm not falling. I died. The last time I fell was... The falling does not even depend how many years you've been in Canada. You might have been in Canada for 20 years. You still fall if you want to fall. Okay. Okay, what else do I need to talk about? In Canada, making money in Canada, acquiring wealth in Canada is a gradual process. It's not like Egombute. If you know what Egombute mean, and if you know, you know. Egombute, like those countries where you go and you plug money from trees, and it's not like that in Canada. My mom was giving me an instance of a small boy that I just left Nigeria. When I left Nigeria, this boy was saying in primary what? And it was like, look at, let me just call a random name. Okay, let me just call Ebuka. Okay, look at Ebuka. Yeah, Ebuka, they have traveled. Ebuka bought 3 cars for the parents. Ebuka is building mansion. this was the boy that just left 6 months ago, and this boy is already doing big things. I was like, really? Please, which country is Ebuka? I was like, Ebuka is in Singapore. I was like, okay, no problem, Singapore. If you know, you know, right? So you can't come to Canada and make that kind of money in a short period of time. Please, if you have seen someone who make such kind of money in a short period of time, buy a house, buy land, buy this, buy that in Canada as a working guy, except you are doing something back home and doing it. There's something that you must, please, if someone is working that kind of work in short period of time in Canada and making this huge impact and doing big things, I need the person's contacts. Please, the person should come and cut soap for me because I need that soap in my life, right? So, but in Canada, it's a gradual process. It's a gradual process in Canada. There's nothing like high class, middle class, low class. It's like everybody's on the average in Canada, So there's no competition in Canada, right? Just the basics, Once you can acquire the basics, be contented. I feel like if you're in Canada, you will learn to be contented by force, okay? You will learn it by force. So you don't acquire wealth, bing, 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 like others do, bing, bing, wealth everywhere. It's a gradual process, okay? So what else do I need to talk about? I've not talked about just the vital things. I don't want this video to be too long. This video is already 20 minutes. I think that will be the end of today's video. Please, guys, if there's any other thing that I'm missing, leave it in the comment section below. I know I'm missing a lot of things, but because of our time, I will not exceed this 20 minutes. Okay, it's already 21 minutes. I will not exceed this 21 minutes. Okay, thank you guys for watching. If you have more you have to share with us, in the comment section is open. Please share your thoughts in the comment section. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.